We wanted to share with you some of the current and upcoming initiatives in the life of Carnmoney Church. Despite lockdown, there are still so many ways that we're seeking to go deeper, grow closer, and reach wider as a church, and we would love you to connect with some of these initiatives. So sit back for the next couple of minutes and hear from some of the different leaders of our 8 ministry areas as they share with you some of the different things that we're pressing into at this time. Some of these things we'd love you to pray for some we'd love you to engage with or invite others to, for some maybe it's an opportunity for you to attend and get connected with as well. And through all of these things, these are each ways that we can seek to be all in as a church right now.
Hi everyone, my name's Shane and I'm the Worship Associate here in Carnmoney, and right now I have the privilege of leading the new Worship and Prayer Ministry area that's been developed as part of the All In strategy. And really over the last few months, we have felt as teams the call of God to go deeper in worship, to go deeper in prayer, and to kind of go deeper in our devotion to God. And as part of that call, we felt the challenge from the Lord to establish new rhythms of prayer and worship and fasting, to set up new spaces where we can come together, where we can seek His face, where we can wait in His presence, and ultimately where we can contend for a move of God in these days.
Hi, I'm Stacey Trimble. I help oversee the Pastoral Care Ministry area alongside Graham Craig. During these strange times, we would like to encourage every member care, asking you to keep in contact with people that you would ordinarily see in church, organisations, and within your own personal contact who need encouragement. If there are any specific ways that you would appreciate pastoral support at this time, please get in touch. Pastoral Care team would like to encourage you to pray for the online pre-marriage course beginning in March. Please pray for our couples as they prepare for marriage. Pray that we as a church would help build a culture of strong marriages which ripples out into our community and ultimately our society. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michael and I co-lead the discipleship and training team with Joanne Dara here at Carnmoney. Even though it's not possible for us to meet as church in other people's homes right now, discipleship communities continue to meet online. In fact, one new discipleship community has grown to a membership of 21 people in the last few months. Even in the last few weeks, about 8 or 9 people have joined in these groups online. There's still an appetite to meet, and we're really encouraged by that. One of the things that this means is that we need new leaders. We need new groups to start, and we'd encourage you to pray that new leaders could be identified so that new discipleship communities could be planted. Another exciting development in the life of our church right now is that there's a young adults ministry beginning, and I would encourage you to pray for the team of people who are putting that work together. Pray that it would be really effective and bear much fruit among young adults in the life of our church.
Hi, I'm Rosie Elliott and I lead up the Compassion and Community team along with Dan Black. As you're probably aware, Compassion and Community is responsible for Food Bank, CAP, Manna and school uniforms. During lockdown, Food Bank has still been running, as has CAP, but Manna has unfortunately had to be closed, and school uniforms will be starting again around Easter time. What we would really appreciate from you is prayer for our new team going forward. Coming out of lockdown, we would really ask that you would pray for God's direction for us as a team, that we would be able to identify where the greatest need lies, and that we as a team would be able to address that in the best possible way and in the way that God would want us to.
Hi, I'm Dave, and along with Lydia and Nish, I head up the Central team as part of the All In strategy here at Carnmoney. I guess I have really one thought at this stage, and that is, what sort of people are we forming as a church? Are these people going to be more anxious on the other side of lockdown, or are they going to be more hopeful? Are they going to be full of anger and generally disillusioned, or are they going to be people that come out the other side more expectant about what Jesus is and can do? Are people going to be closer to people or more distant? Are they going to be closer to Jesus, or are they going to be further apart?
And this is particularly difficult for us, really, because we've only existed for a very short time as a church, and the vast majority of the people who come to our church either started belonging to us just right in that last kind of 6 months before lockdown, or through the last year as lockdown has gone on. And so the question for us is, what sort of people are we forming, and what sort of church are we going to be? I'm excited about how people are plugging in. We're so blessed that people have dug in, have joined communities, have given, have wanted to serve, have wanted to be involved with us as a church. And so I'm incredibly encouraged about that. But there is still really great uncertainty about what comes next. So maybe you could pray for us and think about us in a number of ways. One, just pray for us as a church as we start up again, for wisdom, for insight, for a real sense of trying to be on the pulse of what God is doing now. Secondly, maybe pray for us to be a hopeful expression in the city centre of Belfast. Thirdly, maybe you could pray for us as we develop a compassion ministry far beyond where we are right now. The needs are more obvious than ever. Things like addiction, alcoholism, homelessness in Belfast city centre. How could we respond to that and be a church who patterns the way of Jesus to those who need it most in Belfast in these days?
Hi, my name is Phil Stevenson, and along with Joan Blaine, we help to coordinate the mission and evangelism team as part of the All-In strategy at Carnmoney. Our vision is to share the good news of Jesus where we live, in our streets, in our neighbourhood, in Carnmoney and beyond. At a time when things are pretty bleak and hope seems at a premium and in scarce supply, we carry a message that everyone needs to hear, everyone's desperate to hear. And there's a number of ways that you can join us in carrying this message. On the 3rd of March, we run our very first online Alpha course. Is there someone you can think of that you could invite? Maybe a family member, a friend, or a work colleague. As lockdown eases, we intend to do a card drop in Carnmoney into every letterbox in our streets and in our neighbourhoods. Could you help us with that? And over the next months, we'll be expanding our mission into Ballyduff. Jamie McMillan will be leading a team into the area, and we wonder if that's something you might be able to help us with. So there's 3 things you can get involved with: Alpha, card drop, Ballyduff. Our prayer is that everyone would catch this vision, and we would be all in sharing the good news that we have received. Would you be willing to join us in this vision? Please do think about contacting us via hope@carnmoney.org. Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Jimmy McMillan, and along with Kelly Doyle, I co-lead the Youth and Children's Ministry Area Team. Lately, we've just been really challenged to support our volunteers, parents and young people to help them go deeper and feel supported at this time. We've done that through a number of courses. We ran our child protection training, where on Thursday nights we're working with parents to equip them to disciple their kids. And on Monday nights we're helping our volunteers to grow through the Foundations course. We would really appreciate your prayers at this time, just as we look forward to starting up again, to being with our incredible young people, telling them the good news of Jesus.
So you've met the leaders and you have heard about the different ministry areas, and you've been invited to get involved in some of the ongoing and upcoming initiatives. So let's be all in as we seek to go deeper as disciples, to grow closer as family, and to reach wider in witness.